Okay. Now, this is tutorial for a bell, a Christmas bell. Okay, like this. Very simple. 6 chain again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and join with the slip stitch. And bring that thread over to the needle side. Now, I'm going to show you how to disappear that thread as you work, so you don't have to do it afterwards. So it's over there on that side. You just bring it around here, look, and you just, so you lay it along where the 6 chain are. That'll save you trying to disappear it afterwards. So 1 chain and 10 double crochets in here. So I'll go a bit fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, the next thing you do then is you join to the first double crochet. You don't join to the square, you join to the first double crochet. Okay? And you do a slip stitch and you do 1 chain and you do 2 double crochets into the top of each stitch. So this is the first one. You do 2 double crochets in there. 1, 2, and you go all the way around like that, 2 in each stitch, and just say 1, 2 when you're doing it, so you won't forget, and just do 1. So I'll just say it now. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Now this little stitch here is kind of a half stitch. You don't work into that. That's the kind of the 1 chain. So don't work into that. You join to your top. There's your first double crochet there, look. You join in there, slip stitch. Now you do 1 double crochet into each one. This is row 3 and it's 1 double crochet into each one. 3, and you've 20 stitches, but you don't have to go back and count because the first row was 10 stitches, the second row was 20 stitches. So this is the 3rd row, and we're going to do 6 rows with 1, just 1 double crochet. Okay, so this is the last one. Okay, that's the last one because that's the half stitch, and we're going straight into the double crochet again, slip stitch. Have you done a slip stitch? Oh, I'll have to show you then. Now you turn your work over now, look, and you pull that. Oh, I didn't catch it up after all my talk, so I'll have to sew it in after. I thought I caught it up, I didn't. So I'll sew it in now, because you have to pull that thread to make the middle small, like here. You can't have a big huge space in the middle like this. So I'm just going into the back here, picking up, and I'm using the needle backwards because I don't have a needle to hand with a blunt edge. This is a pointy edge needle. It would catch the thread and everything, so. Okay. Right, look, so you just pull the thread like that and you go back to the start. Okay. Now, and you just knot it now. Okay, I'm just going to knot it here. Like that. And I'm just going to sew it in then. Pull it tight. And you just kind of weave it in again for a few stitches there, just to so you don't see it. Okay. Now I've done 3 rows there. Right, okay. Now I'm going to do the next row. Oh yeah, for beginners, actually, what you should do is get a safety pin. And when you do your first double crochet, like I'm doing here now, mark it with put your safety pin in there. So every time you come around the row, you just put your slip stitch into that stitch. Okay, so I'll go fast now because this is 2 rows of single, just 1 double crochet in each one. The first row is 10, the second row is 20 because you're increasing. The third and the next 6 rows is just 1. Now I'm going to ask Cara to join this. Okay, you just put the needle in there, look, bring it through there, and you bring it through there. That's a slip stitch. Put the needle into where the pin is. So mark when you start your row, mark with your pin. Put the needle into the pin, in where the pin is, around the needle, and you join. That's the slip stitch. Now Cara is going to do it here. Well, she's just going to do it off camera because she's camera shy. So okay, you put it in there.
No, you carry on with that.
Okay. All right. So now, okay. Now I'm going on to the next row. I'm doing my 1 treble or my 1 chain. I do it where the pin was. I'm doing my double crochet. I'm pushing the pin back into the double crochet I've just made, and I just continue. So when I come around, I'll just go straight in there into where the pin is for slip stitch. So now we're on row, you see the rows here, 1, 2, and we have to do 6 then with just 1. Do you see them? They're little ridges. 1, 2, 3. So we've done, this is our 3rd row, and we have to do 3 more. And then I'll show you how to do the increase. The only increase then is after 6 rows. How am I going for time there, Cara? Okay. Now I'm back again to where the pin is. So I'm pushing the needle into the pin. Just use your pin to lift up the stitch. And you pull it through the stitch and the stitch on the needle. That's a slip stitch. Take out your pin. One chain, 1 double crochet straight away. Put your pin in to the start of the new row. So when you come around, you won't be wasting time wondering where will I go. Use your pin the whole time. Okay. Okay. Now it's like a little beehive as well with this colour. I love this colour. It's like a little beehive. You could actually make a little beehive with it and put a little bee on it. Now I'm back again, look, for my slip stitch. I'm not going into that stitch there all the way, look. Very important, because that will increase your work. You want your work to come straight down. Lift it up. Okay, 1 chain. Take out my pin. 1 double crochet into that same stitch. It's only going to take you a second to put the pin in, but it's invaluable. Okay, so I have another row to do here now. 1, 2, 3. Now, so I'll count them now. They're my 2 increased stitches. So we're on the 5th row, so I'll do 1 more row and then I will do the increase to make the bottom of the bell. They don't take long to do once. If you do a few bells, you'll just do it then. You try and memorize it in your head. There's several bells on YouTube, which you can also check. Now look, I'm lifting up the pin, doing my slip stitch, 1 chain, taking out my pin, double crochet. So I'm putting my pin into my first double crochet of each row. Okay. So the next row now I'll be doing increasing. And it's quite easy. You just count, you keep counting. Okay, I'll go slow when I'm doing the increase so you'll be able to follow it. Okay. I'm back again now, so I'm going to go into where the pin is. If it's hard to get in, just lift up the pin. Make it easy for yourself. You'll see the hole for where you're putting the needle. Okay, I'm going to count them now. They're the first two. 2, 4, 6. Now you can make it bigger if you want, but you know, just follow the instructions for this one, and then you can adjust it yourself. So one chain and 1 double crochet into the first stitch. I'm pushing my pin back in here. Now I'm increasing this time. So I'm doing 2 into the next double crochet. 2 singles. So it's every third stitch you're increasing. So try and kind of figure out some way of, before you start doing anything, like you're saying, I'm doing this is what I do, because then you'll save yourself going back counting, and that's very boring. So just kind of say, every third stitch I'm increasing 1. So there's the increase, 2 singles, okay, increase, 2 singles, 1, 2, increase. So try and just use whatever language you like, but that's the way I kind of do it, so I'm not constantly going back checking, did I do 2, did I do 1? I'm too impatient for that, so I just have these little techniques that I remember. Okay, now I have 1, and I'm only skipping 1 here now because I want to do another increase here. That's okay to do that. There isn't any hard and fast rules, but I just show you what kind of works for me. So now I'm going to slip stitch in here, my first one where the pin is, 1 chain, take out the pin, and this time I'm doing, oh yeah, there's the double crochet as well. Put the pin back in. Now going all the way around. Now there's no increase this time. You've done your increase the last time. Oh yeah, hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Okay, one stitch into each one, no increases. Okay. You don't have to count your stitches now either when you do the increase, because you will see the way the bell, it's pushing the bell out at the bottom, which is what you want. If you wanted a straight down bell, you don't do this. Okay. Nearly finished now. I'm nearly coming to the pin. And this is a fantastic technique now I'm going to show you. But you can use, now you can see the bell here, look. Now I'm going to show you how to keep that shape. And how you keep that shape is, there I'm going to do my slip stitching here, yeah. How you keep that shape is you do another row on top of the last row. You do it loose, don't do it tight, because you ruin your tension. So if it's loose, it's just lovely. Okay, look. It gives it a ridge, which is what you want. And it also, as well as giving it a ridge, it holds it in shape. Now, but you must do it loose. You have to keep saying to yourself, loose, 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 all the way. Because if you do it tight, you will ruin it. Okay. I'm going off camera all the time. Can't help it. Okay. Okay. Now, you see that now? That's going to keep the little bell in shape, because it's a heavy. It's not going to collapse. Nearly done now. I didn't use the pin this time because you see the difference between, you'll actually see the difference, so you'll know when the row finishes. Use your pin if you want. If you're insecure about what you're doing, use your pin. Now, that's it. There's your little bell. Oh, cut your thread, pull up your stitch, bring it around to the back here. And find the back of your stitch. There it is there. How do I know it's the back? I'll just pull it up. You look at it closely and you'll find it. So there it is, look. You just pull that thread through there. And you just weave this in. Find a place where the needle slides along. There's always a place. Everything should be easy and smooth with crochet. If it's hard, there's something wrong, so start again. Or take advice off somebody. But if it's very hard, there's something wrong. It's okay, just shape that now. And there's your little bell. Now,